Okay, let's see. So we're gonna look for Athena state set, and there's a few things that I was not happy about, which is the ones that have to do with setting inventory twice. So we're gonna go through and try and fix that. Um, Actually not sure if I can really fix it, to be completely honest, but at least maybe make an attempt at looking at it. I don't know. I want to see what the scope of this is before I fully commit to changing this today. Because it's already going to be a lot of changes. In consideration, I guess, of what was done in the other streams. So like here we're doing inventory, add, find index. Checking for a slot, and then we're doing a push back to the inventory here. Yeah, that's going to require a lot of work before I can even do anything like that. I don't know if I'm going to do that today, to be completely honest. It's a lot of work that I don't think I want to do. Okay, so let's go and look at... We need to collect some barbershops. I also think I already have a reference for these, so let me go double check. Second. You're not going to see what I'm working on because... Or what I'm pulling. I gotta pull it out of a private repository that I have. But I think I already have all of the locations for barbershops and everything else as well. Clothing stores, vehicle, barbershops. Alright, so let's go in my plugin here. Maybe put it in shared. Let's do locations. And then what we want to do is inside of view, we're going to set up, I think there's an initializer in here. I don't remember. Yeah, there is. So we're going to go through and create the blips for this. So we'll do for fonts barbershop, or we'll do position of barbershop locations. That should be a vector 3. Yeah. We're going to do Athena, controllers, blip, and we're going to create a new blip. So position, let's do some lookup on some of this real quick. Blips. Let's just do 43. Scale, that might be the wrong scale, I'm not sure. Short range true. Text. Sprite. Look up a sprite. Let's see, I'm looking for the barbershop sprite. 71 is what it looks like. And let's see, what else do we have in here? Identifier and UID. So this can be, I don't think we need to add those. Should be okay without them. But let's go ahead and run that, see what shows up, and then we'll double check the results. So now we should see a bunch of these barbershop blips. Yes, we do. Here's a barber here. And I should be able to just like teleport over here. That's a barbershop. Perfect. Okay, so next thing is I need to check the location. So let's do a marker and position, color, new alt RGBA. Let's do 0, 255, 0, 25, 100. Type 1. Be okay. So now we're adding a marker to that position. There's our marker. Now, in general, I'm just going to do something very simple. I'm not going to put them in the seat or anything. I don't care to do that. What I can do is make it pop up the menu when you interact with it. So we're going to use the interaction controller for that. So we do interaction add. We're going to add a, let's see, so we're going to add a position, POS. We're going to do a callback. Minute. We're going to do callback, and we're going to make it target barbershop view.open. Is that a thing? Barbershop view open. It's going to target itself, so we're going to do barbershop. Let's make it like this. Barbershop view open. Oh wait, no, I don't need to do that. I can just do barbershop view open, supposedly. So we'll check that out, see if it works. Is player only true? Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so let's try that out, see if it works. So there's our marker here. Press E, opens it up. Press escape, closes it. So that's already built in. Now we have a way to go to the barbershop, do this. It currently doesn't save anything though, so that's kind of an issue in that sense. But also the view isn't even done yet. Also, that's interesting. Oh yeah, because it's based on which way you rotate. Anyway, so if we look at this, we're missing makeup information still, so let's go ahead and try and get that corrected. So in here we have hairstyle, beard, color, eye. Let me check. We have color component, eye component, beard component. But we don't have a makeup component yet. So let's do that now, I guess. I had to migrate to View 3. I migrated to View 3, I think, 6 or 7 months ago. So it was a while ago, actually, when I finally migrated to it. It took a while, though. That was a nightmare. I think I spent 1.5 to 2 months just migrating view files. It was a very slow and long process, but now we are completely on View 3. We're using Vite, and our dev process is a lot quicker. Also, our package JSON changed quite a bit. I mean, this is newer now, but this is the new one. It looks like this. It's not a lot of scripts. It's a lot better. We have our own runtime scripts. But the thing with it was with these changes here is like I wanted to simplify it because if you've ever looked at what this was before, here wait, let me show you. Let me show you what this looked like before, because this is in 350. Oh my god, I hate this. Okay, so I'm gonna just paste this as a comparison here. So here's a new text file. So this is what the old package.json looked like. Okay, here's what the scripts look like before. This is one version behind what I'm working on right now. So these are all the scripts that went into making Athena run. It was a complete and total nightmare. Now it looks like this. And everything is running out of some of the additional scripts that I put into this to make everything function, because there's a lot of custom stuff happening in here to make like things like this plugin structure work. Like this doesn't normally work where we have like web views in here. Like we have a lot of things that copy view files over. We automatically construct view files into importable like files on compilation. It's really crazy the amount of things that actually went into making all of this work. So like if we look at oh Jesus, hold on. I forgot that I have things hidden here. Give me a second. There's a way to resources. So if we look at the core here, when it's compiled, we actually take the imports and they're automatically constructed into the plugin system. So I have like all these scripts building JavaScript files on the fly in Athena and things like that to make our development a lot quicker and easier to work with. So it kind of hides it like cloaks some of the stuff that you have to do. And El Kiri, I'm good. How are you? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I mean, there's just lots of really cool things going on in here at the moment. That being said, let's get back to what's going on inside of here. So we have, so we were doing the makeup stuff. I think I had it set up yet. No, I don't. I don't have it set up. I thought I had the information for this. Apparently I do not. Like those are all hair models. Okay, so we need to look up what the maximum values for each of these things are. I think I have that information somewhere. I just gotta remember where it is. It's probably in locale, honestly. English keys? No. It's gonna be in here somewhere. Or maybe not. Maybe it's in creator? Locale? Hair component, appearance. So we have the hair names, we have the faces, eyebrows, chest structure, makeup. So we have blush, lipstick, and makeup. Okay. Flaviano, how's it going, man? It's been a while. I don't think I'm going to do blemishes. But what I am going to do is at least these, I believe. So with these, we need to take this list and kind of like reconstruct it to something usable for the barbershop. So the current way this works is we just have an array, and it's just based on that. Okay, so let's do makeup. And we're going to take this information and make it work. Everything's fine, man. What about you? I'm doing pretty good. A little tired, but that's okay. I got more sleep than I normally get, so doing pretty good, I'd say. So we're going to construct this based on IDs. So let's take this information and put it in here. This. Then we're going to do. Let me think. Let's actually change the structure of this. We'll do this instead. We'll do ID 5, remove the description. ID 4, the description. And then we're going to break this down into an array. Move keys, this. Array, that. And then I think we're just missing this. Yeah. Okay, so now we have all the data that we need. And let me go ahead and just that. So we have ID 4, ID 5, ID 8. And then those are all just set up that way. Okay, so now we're going to take this information and we're going to create a component based on that. So we're going to use the beard component, I think, as the template. So we'll do makeup component. Let me do this. I think I need to close it. I'm not really sure. Save that. VS Code is struggling here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, so beard style, beard opacity. I just want to change that to make it make sense. Okay, down here, makeup component. Then we're going to import makeup from. Is it information makeup? Oh, wait a minute. So yeah, those are makeup colors. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna put makeup in here because we want this to be shared instead of storing only some of this information in the plugin. So let's go ahead and do that. Get rid of this, put that in here. Just in case anybody else needs this information for their plugins. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's in there. And now we can set up the makeup information here. And we can start building this out. So did you come up with the plugin structure yourself? It's been like a collaboration effort. So we talked about the original plugin structure in Discord, and then after getting it set up, like the initial proof of concept of it, we started implementing it in different ways, and another guy, Luxy, came in and helped kind of make the code a little bit more, I guess, legible. Since the proof of concept worked fine as far as like loading and unloading, but it was just like the challenge was building imports where the user doesn't have to actually write what to import. So that became really challenging in the sense that we had to look at each folder and kind of determine what was a plugin, and then construct a JavaScript file based on that. So now we have these like really interesting looking like these files that kind of construct it all together. Like it goes through and it reads all the files. So like here, it's creating a file for imports.js for the client side imports, but inside of the client side, it's going through and it's looking for like the files. So like we do inside of client imports here, it's like it goes into the folder structure. It looks for the client file or the client folder, which is this one, and it just pulls it pulls an index file out of it, and then it creates an import for that, and then we import that on client side. It's really I don't know. It works really well, but it's just like it's confusing as fuck if you don't know anything about it. Because normally you do like on a client-side import, we do something like you would have to put it all in here, but that doesn't make sense for people that want to extend the game mode without touching the core. So that's why we introduced the plugin structure in the way that it is currently. So now, as we start taking a lot of like all these plugins here, you can basically copy them and disable the original one, and then do your changes, and you can still get changes from the main repository without overriding the changes that you do to the plugins. So it's like it's a good way to allow for changes without modifying the original code. But it's also really fast too. Like I don't know if you've ever seen. So like normally, so like when we run the server, right? It takes roughly on my machine. It takes about maybe 15 seconds for a full boot. Like this is not a full boot. This is a development boot. So this is fully starting, and this loads everything. And there's like a good 400 something files in here that's loaded. Like what, or yeah, 541 transpiled files. So we transpiled 541 TypeScript files. It took literally less than a second. But the loading process is a little bit longer. Like that wasn't that long at all to get the server fully booted. But when I do changes to like TypeScript files like this, we implemented our own watch service as well, so that when anything changes inside of a file, it'll automatically reload this. But it's even faster. It is not. The server itself is actually very, very performant. Here, let me see. So like right now, it's not even using like any of my CPU. Let me try actually like fully logging in though. Okay, so now I have like a player and there's something happening in here. I'm checking Task Manager. Yeah, I'm not even using 1% of my CPU right now. Hey Leo, how's it going? Yeah, good to see you too, man. So yeah, right now, yeah, it's using 0.1% of my CPU, and it's using less than 70 megabytes of RAM. I'll give you a screenshot for the sake of it, but it's a very, 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 very performant. Yeah, it does incremental increments. Yeah, so it's actually the source is scripts, and we have. What did I call it? I think it's in runtime, actually. So instead of runtime, I think we have like a watcher. Watch. Yeah, so what it does is it grabs all the files from the source directory, including plugins and stuff, and it's only looking for TypeScript files. It doesn't care about Vue, since Vue runs on its own thing and can refresh on its own. But it's looking for TypeScript changes. Once it finds those TypeScript changes, like if I'm not mistaken, what it's doing is I made it so, yeah, so it's creating a hash of an MD5 of the file. So it's like reading the file's content. It stores it in a, I think, I can't remember. It's an object, yeah. So it's creating a object hash of the content inside of it, or an MD5 hash of the content inside of it. And then it compares it every so often. I think there's a tick in here somewhere. I can't remember, but it's very fast. It's more. I think it's less overhead than some of the other libraries that are out there. I mean, it's a really simple function. It's literally just like, here, compare these hashes, and if it changed, then we should probably refresh the server files, or if like the file count changes, or so on and so forth. So, but it's really neat in that sense. That being said, let's go back to making this. Okay, so we have a array of name, ID, and labels. So we actually need a style and we need an opacity for each one of these. Let me think. So we have a style and opacity for each one of those. I'm currently having errors with this. Give me a second. So that's because of this. But the problem here... you can copy this beard, Barbershop, right? So you would copy this folder, and you would make a new version of it, and then you could do all your changes in that one, and then in this one, you can just simply do disabled. And now this original one is now, this plugin's disabled, and you can just use the copy of it to do your changes. And it'll load that one instead of the one that you, or the original one. So you're able to make the changes without actually modifying the core of it. But I'm actually thinking about the complexity of this one now. I'm actually a little bit... let me think. This is gonna suck, actually. A little bit. For some reason, this isn't loading. Give me a second. Default page. Yeah, we do have Barbershop in there. Why is it not? Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait, why is this actually not loading? I'm very confused now. App view undefined is this? For some reason, it's not loading the pages now. Maybe it didn't load the page. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Okay, so what's going on with this? So we have Barbershop here. App view Barbershop. And then I'm supposed to have... is this something that I forgot to do? This dot handle set pages, default pages, we're taking it, we're putting it into an array. Handle set pages takes an array of string. Okay, so we need to do this. And it still didn't take it. That's interesting. Okay, so what am I missing here? Oh, we need to pass a type, which is going to be type. Oops, sorry. Like that. If that's an error from 350. Anyway, all right, so now I have that on my other screen, and if you're curious of what that looks like, so this is something else that you can do. You can do simple browser show, and then you can do HTTP 27001, and then you can pass 3000, and now I can have this in VS Code, which is really handy. if you're working off of one screen or whatever. Hey, Strong, how's it going? Kind of, kind of. But anyway, so yeah. You follow since 2019. Jesus, man. Thanks for the commitment, I guess. Things have been pretty weird. No, so it runs a Chromium process for Alt-V. So we have Chromium built into it. So everything that you see as far as like UI in game is just Chromium. So this is just a Chromium instance running on top of it. And then you can do the changes like this, and it has like its own interprocess communication between client and server and all that sort of stuff, if that makes sense. So, but anyway. Actually, I think I'm going to prioritize finishing the save function today. What do I do for a living? I do blockchain engineering. So I work with cryptocurrencies. That is as far as I can. That is the most I can say about it. Let's think. So we need a save button in here, and I did not implement that yet. So we're going to implement a save button. I like the whole circle buttons. So we could probably do this, but maybe we just implement it into the sidebar. Yeah, let's do that. We don't need is nav selected. We don't need this. This should actually just be a save function. And we'll change this to icon save. Let's make a function for that. Let's put that down here. Save. Console log test. There's our save icon. Let's add that to. Let's see. So we need to make it like a. Let's give it a color. Let's give it green, I guess. Let's close all this stuff to the right. Okay, so let's refresh. Oh, it doesn't want to take that. Okay. Why is that? Oh, it's because it's supposed to go on the one above it. Color. But that's also supposed to be a button. Let me just try this. I don't think it'll work, but... So let's do... green. Nope, not that one. We want text or green text. I can't remember how this works. Yeah, there we go. We could also see what icons we have available, so I don't like that one that much. Maybe I can find something a little more... a little easier for me. Or that looks a little better. They're all not really great. This one's a little bit better. Let's see, what's weird about the save icon is, like, for today's generation, I don't think they understand what a floppy disk is. But I don't know. We could do a check mark. That would make more sense, actually. Let's do that. Alright, so we can refresh this. Alright, we got a check mark. Let's also add a an exit. So we'll do icon times and red text. Oh, it doesn't see that one. Okay, let's find that icon real quick. Icon times circle. I think that'd be okay. Circle. There we go. Yeah, so now we have those. Also, that might be crazy, but those icons are slightly offset to the right by like 1 pixel. Yeah, they are. Let's see, so that's the icon class, so we could do circle button icon. Transform, translate x minus 1 pixel. Is it like in between? I don't know. That's so weird. Like, look. No, that's better. I think that's center now. Alright, anyway. Sometimes it's just hard to tell. Anyway, okay, we'll leave it like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and add that new functionality here. So we have a close button that we need to make. So we have save and we have close. Now these need to call the server side, I believe. Let me double check that, because I think we do have a close function in here. We do. And we're supposed to pass the hairdresser, which is supposed to be the player. Let me think. I don't even know if we need that anymore, because this is supposed to work where you can actually like modify somebody else with a tool or something. But I don't think we're actually storing... No, we're not even storing that anymore. Like, that's... Yeah, that's not even here. So, what we can do instead is on server side, I think we store it up here. Yeah, we have sessions. So the key is the hairdresser's ID, the value is the hairdresser's customer. And then we just need to figure out... So if the event is coming from the hairdresser, which is the player, okay. So yeah, so if this is happening here, then what we're going to do is get the... We're going to get the customer. That. Then we check if it's valid. Okay, and then at this point, this is actually just going to make an endless loop. We don't want that. We want to omit the close event. Unless I already implemented close. I don't think I did. I did not. Okay, so this needs to actually omit down to the client here. So we're going to do ultimate client. Barbershop events. So client events, close. Then we're going to push this all down here like this. I don't think the customer... I don't think we actually need the customer. What we do need is just the hairdresser. The person that is actually modifying it is what we really need. And it doesn't even matter if we look at the session, because realistically what we need is to just close it. Oh, no. We do. So we thinking about this. So we do have the customer. So the customer needs to have their data resynchronized, which means we need to do a Athena player sync appearance hairdresser or customer data appearance. There we go. All right, so that should allow customizing or closing it to where it takes the original values back instead of keeping the modified ones that are synchronized on both client side and server side. And then what we need to do here is emit that to the server. So we have our own WebView events that we're going to do emit server. Barbershop. Oops. I think we could just do this. And let's see. So on client side, we need to handle this. I don't think we have this in here yet. Let's see. We do not. We do have a init function in here somewhere though. That's already here, so we're good on that. So then on client side, we just need to handle the close event, which is going to be down here, which does close. Why is it emitting server 2? Let me think about this. Hold on. Yeah, I added a limiter on it. I can change it back though. Or a noise gate rather. Oh wait, that wasn't a noise gate. It was from NVIDIA broadcast. So we have noise removal strength. Let me know if this will be better for that specific thing. Thinking about how this works. So the problem right now is that I have a page close rate. But when I close, it's emitting to server. Maybe I don't call server like this. Maybe what I need to do instead is a... Do I have a close function? Emit close. I do. Okay, that's right. What does this do? I can't remember. WebView events, close page, on, internal function, close non-overlay pages. Okay, that's what that is. All right, I forgot I even wrote this. Okay, so what that does is it's going to call it client side, which is going to be this. Wait, it's going to be open. This is the close function, so it's going to call this close function. It's going to emit it to the server, and then on the server, when we get this close event, which is this one here, we need to do some things which have to do with this and this. So wait, these actually should do... I like that you take the time to do docstring comments. So many times at work I deal with code without them. Yeah, I have something that actually generates them for me, which is really nice. We're going to add an argument here for this, because there's a small bug that can happen where do not emit false. If do not emit return. So we want to prevent like a double loop here. But yeah, I have something that does automatically generation for it. Like it's called document this, and then it just automatically builds all the constructors for it. So closes the page called from internal web view. Close event can also be called from server side, but do not omit is usually set to true. So yeah, this makes it easy for me to document a lot of stuff when I can just automatically generate it. So like here I can just go bam, I can just say opens the Barbershop web view and sets up current data for the player. There's also something else which is called I have an AI generation version of this as well. So if I select all this, and then if I hit Control Dot, it's going to automatically generate documentation for this specific function. Which is really, really handy, to say the least. Like, I don't even have to type to have my code commented sometimes, which is pretty incredible. Like this one, like sometimes it really fucks up. Like here's a good fuck up here. Like the first part is right. The rest of it I don't care about. So I can get rid of that and I can put that in there. Boom. So it does, you know, it does pretty well for what it is. It's like here we're gonna generate some more. Takes a while sometimes though. Like look at that. That's so awful. But this is correct. This function is called when a player clicks on a button in the Barbershop menu and it sends the data to the server. That's very correct. And we could just remove all that. Generally speaking, yes, kind of. But even here, I mean, yeah, that's interesting that it actually added a parameter this time. It does pretty okay. In most cases, it'll document things somewhat correct. So I have no complaints about it though. It's a pretty cool extension. It's called Mitlify Doc Writer. Here, maybe it'll help if I show this one. AI-powered documentation writer for JavaScript. Really, really good. Hey Progfix, how's it going? The client, actually, when the server is ready, finds events. And here we can do sync appearance, and then that should automatically close everything, I believe. Yeah. So let's go ahead and check and see if this works. I believe it should, but I think it'll be fine. Let's just try it and find out. 37 Celsius. That's like roughly, it's like 100 Fahrenheit, I think. Yeah, just about. Yep. It's like a normal day in California. You ever wondered how hot Los Santos is? Okay, so it did sync the appearance, but I also lost my clothes. So I think we need to do sync equipment as well. Customer data equipment. Customer data appearance. What DB do you use to support saving user data? So we have MongoDB, but I am also using a wrapper that I wrote for MongoDB that makes it really, really simple. A lot of the functionality kind of looks like this. Funcs. And then this is all we have to work with for the database. It's really, really simple. So like we can create a collection, which is like a table in MySQL. We have like fetch all data or fetch data. Fetch data, you can just specify an ID usually to get the data from the database. Then we have like insert as well as like an update based on like updating very specific field data. So yeah, it just makes it really easy and simple to uh, like update things inside of the database. So, but if you ever want to check it out, it's actually on npm as well. So it's called. Hold on. I actually found myself using it in other projects too. It's just so simple for me. But yeah, it's a very simple database package. Very, very, very easy to work with. So. Like in most cases, I'm not using any of the complex MongoDB stuff where I'm doing like where and is and all this stuff. I usually don't need it. I use MongoDB in kind of like a relational way. All right, so yeah, exactly. Okay, so the close function worked. So let's try doing this. So we set this to max. Let's change it to this. So let's say I want to cancel. I don't want this mustache. Mustache gone. Perfect. All right, so that does what it should do, which is closes the instance. But we also need to free up the memory for this too, so we can do hairdresser ID. We don't need to do offers because that's already cleared. Do that here as well. Actually, we can do that here. All right, cool. All right, so this close function is done. Okay, last question, I promise. Do you do any testing at all? Seems like a complicated thing to automate. No, I can't do testing in this. I wish. I wish I could do testing in this. The only testing I can do is physical testing. A lot of the problems is you can't really mock Alt-V's API, let alone create like meaningful test data for player instances. So we don't really have a way to test it other than go in the game and physically test it yourself. It's just one of those things. If Athena was more abstracted, there's a chance that I could probably like do some tests based on really generic things. But in the case of that, it's just like this project is so huge at this point, I don't even know if we'll ever get tests in it. It just doesn't seem worthwhile anymore. Function takes a player. It's a function takes a player as an argument. If the player is a hairdresser, it closes the session. I don't remember if I made it. Let's see, customer go. Okay. Yeah, we have to freeze and unfreeze the player. I completely forgot about that. Okay, so that's on there. What else are we missing here? Save. So we need to do... So save is supposed to take the data, which is similar to an update, and push it into the save function based on those data changes. So, that being said, this is the update function. We're basically going to do the same thing, but we're going to emit to a different event. So we'll just do good save is true. Then we're going to do this. Else we do update. Then we just do that name. And then we just call update through the save function. Actually, we don't need that. We just do update true. Okay, so then in the save function, on server side, we need to bind that if it's not already bound. Which we... Oh, that's server client event save. Okay, so let's fix that actually. Wait, hold on, let me check something. Ah, so we're missing a... There's a problem here. So we actually need to do if should save. We want to do a web view events emit client. We actually want to emit to client first because there's a sound that I'm missing. And then if it's server based, then we need to do this, but it's the server client event save. Okay, so that should give us the correct sound now, I think. Update called but not registered. The view controller on. Double check that. And that's because when we open it, which is somewhere on the client side, we need to register an event. On web view event names. No. Barbershop events. Web view events. Update. Barbershop view. Update. Okay. Oh, I don't have the cursor. Barbershop is not defined. At open index 37. So this one. Maybe it bugged out, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it just bugged out. Alright, there we go. So now I have the sound, which is what I wanted. Okay, so the save function. So the save function, server save. So let's do a console log for the data to make sure that we're getting it. Let's copy it from here. So we're basically doing this, but just a little bit different. Console log data. I hit save. All right, cool. So I did get the data, which is fantastic. There's our data there. And then when it's closing, down here we'll do if force emit, oh shit, force emit is not true, we return. Otherwise we do this. It'll help us with closing the page. And then on the save function, we just need to do this and then pass through. And we'll test that. Nice, it didn't work. Okay, wait, let's change our strategy on this then. Close, force emit. Okay, let's not do it this way. Let's actually put it... Let's put it in the Barbershop. Let's actually make that save function. And then we'll call update. So we'll do save, this update true, and then we'll do web view or this dot close. Hold on, so we have close in here somewhere, right? So it's passing the hairdresser, do not sync. I'm actually not sure if that's... No, we can't do that. Fuck. What a pain. I'm like trying to go through these events in my head. I'm sorry, this is like really confusing. So what's happening is that when we save it, we need the data to be saved, obviously. But the problem is, So we're emitting a close event to get rid of the web view. We're also emitting a save event. The close event, though, is also going to call a... It's going to call up to here. It's going to call this this function as well, which is not what we want. But we still need it to close. And I don't want to do a custom function for saving, if possible. But it's also starting to look like I should do a custom event for this. That'd be like the easiest way to fix this. So maybe we'll just do that. And we'll just call it like save close or something. Let's register that event here. Athena client web view on Barbershop events, web view events, save close. We'll put that next to the close function, which is up here. And we'll just call yeah, that should work, where we're just calling this directly and we're not doing the emit. Because we just need it to close, that's it. Simply closes the... Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we just change this to web view events, emit client, web view events, or Barbershop events, web view events, save those. Okay. So that should fix the issue with like the duplicate event thing happening to server side. Let's see. It still didn't close the page. Shit. Wait a minute. That means I have to do it. Hold on. I have to do it. I have to add an event here. Yeah, so this actually needs to close the page. So I think we have a web view controller, close pages, page name, true. Because we needed to close this page. Since the other function does it automatically, this one's a little more special in terms of how it works. So now, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now it's closing based on that. So now we need to make it save the data accordingly. So let's take a look at what that means. So that means we have this Barbershop data, and we need to do the opposite of what we're doing here. And applying it to the client to save. So that means making modifications to appearance. So what we will do, original appearance, customer data appearance, and then let's do a deep clone object, appearance. Is it appearance or appearance info? I can't remember. Okay. So now what we're going to do is apply the data that we got accordingly. So it's basically like doing this, the opposite. So I think what we can do is we can take this, kind of build around that. Don't need this. Hair overlay, data appearance, or data dot hair overlay. Now eye index is actually eyebrow. I think I stored as eyebrow too. Yeah. Eyebrows equals data.eye index, appearance, eyebrow opacity, data.eyebrow. Wait a minute. Yeah, data.eye opacity. Appearance.eyebrow color equals data.eye color. Okay. So these are done. Let's do beard. I don't know if I have beard in here. Okay, so that's going to be tricky. That's going to be this one. Okay, so we're going to do appearance dot facial hair. Okay, no, so this is just normal. Okay. I was concerned. I don't have facial hair though. Why don't I have that? Oh, it's called beard index. Jesus. Forgot I named these like just so slightly different. Facial hair. Color. Facial hair opacity. Data.beard opacity. And then we do makeup. That's going to be interesting because I don't think I can actually do this one yet, so we'll leave that one out. We are going to do a sync here for saving the data. So we're going to just save the data. State set. We're going to do customer, appearance, and appearance. There we go. So that should automatically save the data to the database based on the appearance changes. Check to verify that real quick. Actually, we can do it this way. We can just add beard like that. We did save it, and if we reconnect, there's an error in the console. Look at that in a second. Doesn't appear to... Interesting. Let's see. Having an issue with the... What did it save? Characters. No. What is this console error? So this is reading properties of null collection. At open core characters view JS51. Okay, what did we miss? I think I screwed something up. I mean, the data looks right in the database though. Something else is missing. Today in Vienna, the first completely vegan Burger King opened. That's interesting. Character select. Having an issue with collection? What is, wait, what does it mean? Cannot read property of null. Reading collection. What? I don't even think I have collection in. It's not even in here. Maybe it's not seeing the data? Hey Dex. Apply equipment pick. $51. Is it not passing characters? So, characters. It's on the Vue.js, right? That's this one here, but no, it doesn't matter that it's JS. It's TS. You good? Wait, that's weird. Oh wait, that's not the right character. Oh my god, I'm supposed to read this. Yes, but the line numbers do, yeah, of course, but it's just like you can kind of tell which one it is after some time. I know it sounds weird, but... Should be this one, yeah. So we have hair DLC. Do you have the structure? And we're missing everything else? Oh no, it's here. Okay. Hair opacity, face mix, hair color 1, hair color 2, hair overlay. Hair overlay is missing. That's because it's null though. And then we also have Character select source view. Forgot what I'm looking at. Hold on. No. There we go. Core. Source view. And that said 51, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with the overlay. What? No, it's not it. That's the line number. That does not help at all. Oh, 52. No. It still doesn't help. So I think it's inside of one of these await functions. Client source view, 52 properties, reading collection of null, character set client source view. So that would mean somewhere where we have collection inside of here. Show cursor, open page, create, apply. I'm gonna guess it's in here. Nope. Where is it getting collection from then? Not read properties of null reading collection. Like that isn't even a property name. Yeah, that doesn't even exist in here. Head character, load model, create ped, next tick. And we're applying appearance, which is character system apply appearance. Blend data, collection overlay, collection, here it is. We only apply it if it's there then. If appearance overlay dot collection. Wait a minute. Check something. I think the Barbershop data might be wrong for this. Overlays. Yeah, no, that's definitely there. But it's supposed to be stored under overlay, and I think I saved the wrong data. View. No, it's hair overlay. Okay, so that's correct. So then it's just a matter of fixing this file then, which is in here. And I think we're clearing ped decorations. Yeah, okay. So we only apply it if it's present, like that. And that should fix it. Yep, that fixed it. Okay. Alright, and then the next thing is removing the extra emits that I added. Which I don't remember where I put them. Oh no. One of them was in the character select. And let's check apply. So it's not in here. And let's check here. Alright, that looks fine. Alright, hopefully I got rid of them. I did not. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we need to figure out where the bug was, so. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I don't think we have it in here. Okay, so now we have this one. And this is for decorations I.collection. And that's in client system character. Client system character. Okay, so decoration. Cannot do something of null is what I was reading. Null reading collection. So this hair overlay is being omitted from the server side. So this is actually a server side bug. And that's going to be system character. And then we're synchronizing appearance in here somewhere. This. And then we go in here and we're checking what the head blend data is. And we only want to omit it if this is defined. So what are decorations to sync with appearance hair overlay? Decorations to sync push appearance dot hair overlay. So this will eventually handle tattoos too, so this is setting it up for that. If decorations to sync dot greater than 2. Omit this. And decorations to sync. There we go. Anyway, let's check this. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That was a server-side bug. So now, okay, there's the beard. So now I can change this, except it didn't synchronize the thing for what it... Okay, so we have another case where what we need to do, because this is migrating data to a new structure, for at least for the hair collection, I think. So let me check something. So we have plugin, server source view. No, yes. We need to open. So we're opening it. Customer data facial hair. Doesn't matter about the hair, it'll always get the correct one. What is confusing to me though is that why did it not get the opacity? I have it in there. It's not applying. So maybe this is a client-side issue? Let's check. So then again, probably not. Because we have set data, which is just taking a set of data and applying. Oh no, it's totally missing some things. Okay. Yeah, so we're missing some stuff here. This dot data dot I index. I actually might be able to get away with just setting everything. Let me think. Okay, so that sets the hairstyles. This will set the hair index. So what we should do is we do object keys, data, or let's do for that key and object dot keys data. This key equals data key. And then that should synchronize. Yeah, so if we reconnect. And it still didn't work. Okay. What did we miss? That's a resource stop. Let's check what it is setting. Ah, it's of. There we go. Let's try it again. I always forget that it's an of and not a if, but even then, it still didn't work. Okay, and it should be setting the value. This key equals data key. We don't need nav index. Set hair index. Oh, we need to do an update after that's done, I think. So we just do this dot update. And then I think that should synchronize everything. Let's start up again. Okay, yeah, that's not exactly correct. Yeah, let's try this. Stupid beard, and it's still doing the wrong one. What the fuck? That's a log key. Data key. I'm guessing that maybe I named this weird. Sure, the beard index, I mean. Maybe that's what happened. So yeah, it's getting 0 for some reason, when in the database I have 2. So what are we missing then? So maybe it's here. We're missing this. Data appearance, facial hair, and it's checking if it's 0. If it's defined. Ah! Yeah, so why is it... Alright. If it's not defined, set it to 0. Facial hair. Makeup info dot value. That's fine. Okay, so that should fix it. I think that was just a small bug there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Nice. Alright, so that's working the way it should. So save that, and yeah, go back in here, and it synchronizes it. If I close, it does that, and if I do this, and I do some changes, and I cancel it, it goes back to the original. Alright, so now we have at least some barbershop saving. The makeup stuff is not done by any means. So what I'm going to do for now is comment out the makeup stuff. That can be done at a later time. So then we only have access to these ones that currently work. Let's see. Yeah, alright, perfect. So there it is. We have a way to change that for now. And then they're also across the entire map too. They're already set up. So we should actually be able to go to any one of these. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there at some point. I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna have to sit there and fiddle around with the data structure until I get it right. But for now, we're just gonna push that up. All right. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop today because I just wanted to get that working. I got other things to do. So let's just send you to somebody in the software game dev section. Fuck, I don't even know. Building a Twitch overlay. All right, we're just gonna raid this guy. Yeah, I'll push it up. And we'll send you to this guy who's working on a game, I guess. See ya.